I believe. Get you off my annoying theme music. Chef Timmy. You're back on Spotify. There we go. There we go. Chef Timmy here, home chef in South Florida. Today we're doing a very special menu. We're doing focaccia, homemade, some homemade ricotta. And then once we have that, we'll make ourselves a nice ricotta focaccia appetizer and a sandwich with shaved beef and lots of other goodies and the ricotta using the focaccia as the bread. So now, what is focaccia? It's this. If you've been to an Italian restaurant and they have these little breadstick things with a lot of oil and then a crunchy top, and that's focaccia. And so what I did, because focaccia requires 2 1-hour rises for the dough. And to me, watching dough rise doesn't make for a great screen. So what I did was I took it all the way up to the point here where we're ready to throw it in the oven, but I recorded the other steps. So I'm going to show you one video of how I made the dough. And then once we had a nice dough ball, we let that rise. And then once that had risen, we put it in the pan, put some holes in it, and then let it rise again for another hour. And now it's at a point where it's ready to season it. I'm gonna do some flake sea salt, some garlic powder, and some oregano for kind of a Italian garlic bread sort of a feel. So that'll be our focaccia. Homemade ricotta, super easy. Super easy. 6 cups of milk, 2 cups of heavy cream, 3 tablespoons white vinegar, tablespoon salt, bring it to the boil, the curds in the way separate, you drain it. I've got a bowl with the strainer and some cheesecloth here. And you just let it strain to your desired thickness. I like a really thick, rich ricotta. So I'll probably let it drain for about 20 minutes. So welcome in, people. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. I was just over on Dana's stream. Dana's on earlier than normal. was hanging out over there. I was hanging out Rusty Rhymes' stream earlier. Joined Canard a little bit later. Joined Hippie. Lots of stuff going on Sundays. So I'm just waiting for my oven to preheat to 425. And initially we'll do 25 minutes on the focaccia bake. We'll check it, and then, because we want a really, like, golden crisp top. Pauline, welcome in. Pauline, this focaccia stream is for you. Uncommon Wolf, what's up? Dinner with Mom! Hello, everybody came in at once. Yeah, and thank you for the shout out. Thank you for the shout out there to Pauline, Dinner with Mom. Welcome in Uncommon, welcome in Dinner with Mom. Yeah, so we got the focaccia ready to go, and I'm gonna show the videos of how I made the dough. So I recorded myself, because it takes 2 hours to rise, and I didn't want to do that on stream, so I recorded myself, and I think I figured out how to make that work. I think I did. So I'm just gonna season this with some flake sea salt. Oh, it's gonna give it a nice crunch. Oh, this dough, I don't want to pat myself on the back until it comes out, but I think we nailed it. I've only done this one time prior, and it came out really good. Yeah, so when I bought my first house in Miami, it didn't have an oven. I don't know why, but the previous owner, when they remodeled the kitchen, they put the stove top in, but they skipped the oven. And so I was like, okay, I know I have to put one in, but it's gonna be a whole project, because I'm gonna need my handyman to be there, and the electrician to be there. It just felt like it was gonna be a lot, so I put it off and put it off and put it off. And then about 3 years later, I finally got around to doing it. So I finally, after 3 years, had an oven. And I went on a baking frenzy. And this is one of the things I did. So both the focaccia and the ricotta are Amberelle recipes. Both of them you find online, they're on foodnetwork.com. And not only do they have the recipe, but they have the video, because she did it on her show. And I'm telling you, if you're doing focaccia for the first time, you need to see the video. You need to see her do it, because if I didn't, I would have been like, this can't be right. This is way too much olive oil. Follow me, camera. No, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like a mess of oil. That's what makes this bread so beautiful. Got some garlic powder. I took the shaker thing off, but that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna do a sandwich with like some shaved beef, some onions and peppers, do some Worcestershire, do some Dijon, and smear some of our ricotta on the bread. Ooh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. So there we go, our flake sea salt, garlic powder, and now some dried oregano, and then we'll be ready to bake. Dinner with Mom, how's your Sunday going? Uncommon, how's your Sunday going? I know, Pauline, you said you were doing some gaming. That's cool. It's a nice Sunday. I might have to open a bakery with this frittata. With this focaccia. I just might. I should wait to see how it turns out first, but all things pointing to looking good. All things pointing to looking good. Glad everybody's here. Nice to see people. I noticed, when I go and look at my Royals play 30 minutes. Oh yeah, Sox just started, but I told him don't talk to me until you get to 500. That's what I told them, so then I don't even have mine in the background. I was in the middle of something. I was gonna say, it's funny when I look at, my screen summaries, the audience, gradually grows. And so it's rare that I have 5 people, right when I start. So I'm very happy to see everybody. We usually get to a decent number, but then it means if I did longer streams, my average viewer number would go up, right? Because I have more minutes with a bigger audience than in the beginning when I'm kind of waiting for people to kind of filter in. So we're off to a good start. People here. dough looking good. I don't think you can screw up ricotta. And even if I do, I'll try another batch. I got enough milk, got enough stuff. Oop, we're almost up to, almost there, almost up to 425. Ooh. I'm mind blown by this dough. Yeah, but you know, I mean, if I were doing it for money, then I would be like, okay, I should force myself to do longer, but I'm just here to have fun. And for me, I like the shorter ones, like to get in, make my delicious food, say hello to everybody, chit chat a little bit, bullshit around, and then go about my day, you know. Go watch Canara, go watch Hippie and Hemlips, and Dave's actually on right now. They're going a little bit early, doing some juegos rancheros. Is ready to go in? Ready to go in. Do that 25 minutes. And we can make our ricotta. Ricotta, very simple. I mean, this might actually be a shorter stream than I anticipated because the ricotta's... The longest thing with the ricotta is waiting for it to drain. And make sure I have my, make sure Spotify's working. Seems very low. That seems very low. Let's check this. Oh, it's just the song is kind of switched to a different one. Yeah, I was saying in the beginning, I don't know if you popped in yet. I like mine really thick. I'm gonna let this sucker drain for good maybe 20 minutes. I bought some cheesecloth, which I don't know what's worse, the cheesecloth struggle or the plastic wrap struggle. But just trying to cut it, it was like, you know, sometimes reminded me as a kid when Hulk Hogan would go to rip his shirt, they didn't always cooperate. I've tried to